Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust in Phat Airlines we trust. Pin the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation friends, like skyrocket. Engine scream, Phat Airlines living in a stream. Takes the stage with fair lore, streaming high in the vertical air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe Suho. His name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust in Phat Airlines we trust. Ping the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation friends, like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines, and how y'all doing today? Am I muted today? I'm not muted today. Yo, Voitando, thank you for resubscribing for 34 months, man. Yeah, what's good? What's good? Why does it always lag for 3 seconds when I start? That's a good question. Talk about. Kamikaze, what's good, man? I don't know why my green screen is showing. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can adjust something here. Oh. That makes it worse. Oh. All right. We're not gonna play around with it. How you guys doing today? Today we're playing World of Airports, guys. I want to thank you all for coming last week. Last week we had our call sign competition. It was a lot of fun. Check out the replay if you weren't here live. I think we had a lot of fun. You guys voted on the winners, and that was a great time. But today, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be playing some World of Airports. I really don't have a lot of topics to talk about today. You know, over here, I'm in New Jersey, by the way. And here in New Jersey, we're actually expecting, like, I I think it is anywhere from like 12 to 18 inches of snow is what they're saying. Sorry, I don't know how many centimeters that is for you guys who are not American. Yeah, 12 to 18 inches of snow. So I've been doing a lot of preparation for that massive amount of snow we're expecting to get. And I haven't really been like in the loop with the world of airports. I appreciate you guys giving me some information though. I got some info, you know, like Zurich is probably going to be the next airport in world of airports. Sounds like it's going to be. We don't know when it's coming out. You know, oh, we're hosting also another call sign competition for Hong Kong, but I also have this new idea for a new competition, and I'll get into it in just a few moments. I just want to say hello to everybody who's here, because thank you guys for being here, because for real, the stream wouldn't happen if you guys weren't here, you know. So thank you guys. What's up Voitanda? What's up TJ Bay? What's up Plane? Oh guys, I'm streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch today, so you can join me anywhere there. But like I'm gonna be talking to people and you might not see it. It's because they're on the other platform, right? What's up Magiskies? What's up Vase? What's up Romanian? Caker's here. Ginger Jesus is here. Made to Move, what's good? Educate is here, and France Japan is here. We got Anthony Eduardo. What's up Anthony? We got Aviator Aryan. What's up Aryan? Kronos, what's good, bro? Thank you for how many months? 2 months. That's incredible. Thank you, man. Voitanda with the jump scare. Yeah. It's funny. I forgot to like, how do I put it? I forgot to unmute my theme song, which actually Sloppy has been working on a few extra theme songs for my channel. So we're gonna be like rotating theme songs soon. And you know what? I'm so sad because Sloppy even gave me some songs for us to play during the call sign competition, and I forgot to play them. I was so sad. Actually, let me see if I can play them now. Would you guys want to hear it? I don't know. I'm not even ready to do it because they're not even named. Not even named. Actually, let me see. Go to the chat message though. Go to message. Oh, that's not it. But yeah, she made me some songs that we could play for the call sign competition, and I forgot to play them, man. I was so sad about that. Stinks is right. So yeah, that was kind of funny. If I can get those links later on, I'll do it. Get it to you guys. Yeah, we're gonna have more theme songs coming out. And the cool thing with the theme song is like I made it, I have it so it's automatically playing after like the first few minutes of like the countdown, but I forgot to unmute it, you know. So I have it unmuting now automatically, so you're always gonna hear it if you're here early. What's up Lizard Airlines? What's up Zyrox? What's up Adam Cack? What's up Rhoda Bridge? We got Vento Brav PT here too. Gab, what's up Gab? The first time you could watch for a month. Well, thank you. I know I had a few days off this month, mainly because of sickness, family time, and that's snow. Snow was one of them. I had to shovel snow, and then I was tired afterwards, so I was like, I'm not streaming. I'm sorry, guys. But yep, that's what happened. And then, you know, here in New Jersey, we're expecting 12 to 18 inches of snow tomorrow. So I'm like, this stream is gonna be kind of short because what I want to do is I want to get a small shovel for my son. My son, he's like 2.5 years old, right? So, and every time I go out to shovel, he's always looking out the window, looking at me, you know. So I want to get him a small shovel so that way if he wants to like help me shovel, or at least have some fun, at least he can like do something, you know. Because like he likes to help, you know. So if I can have him help shovel, then that's great. And then I also need to get like a long brush for my car. I have a big car, I have an SUV, and I have a small brush, which works great on a small car, but it's not too bad when you only have like 2 inches of snow. But because of like how much snow we're expecting to get, I need to get a longer brush. Usually I try not to wait till last minute like this to do all of it, but I've just been so busy with work and like things. Yeah, now I have to do it last minute, which is not ideal, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? We got Lou Anderson. What's up, man? Ento's here. Chicken Guy, what's up, Chicken Guy? You got 100k wallets to get 1 million. Nice. Mike, what's good, man? Mike, I was 10 minutes late myself, so welcome to the late party, bro. Aryan, you're still struggling to HKG. I'll try to send you some planes, man. I know I owe a few. Well, I want to send a few people some planes, and you're a VIP. You know, if you're a VIP in Phat Airlines, you know, you have a VIP contract board. So make sure you use that VIP contract board in Discord, and make a post. You know, make a post saying that you're looking for planes to your airports. And keep that post updated. You know, bump it like once a week or something like that. So that way, people and me, I know that you're still active there, because the worst thing I don't like doing is sending people planes to airports that they're not actually active at. Because I much rather send it to somebody who's active. Zyrox, how are you? I'm great too, man. Just preparing for the snow. You know, I love the snow. I love the way it looks. I hate the shoveling. I hate the responsibilities. I hate that, you know, it's gonna like trap me in my house. So like I'm charging all my devices. You know, I gotta make sure my iPad is charged, my iPhone is charged. I gotta make sure my batteries are charged. I gotta make sure I have the flashlights. It's so much prep, man, just in case we lose power. Hopefully we don't lose power though. Weird static on my background. I refreshed my audio. I think we had that static last time too, and I forgot what I did to fix it. 33 to 50 centimeters. That sounds even bigger, man. Mike, you're getting 14 to 20 inches. Oh my gosh. You're in the New York area. Yep, that's north of me. So yeah, you guys are getting more north of me. Lou Anderson's from Brazil. Nice. So that's pretty. Ab said in Chicago school got canceled due to cold. Wow. Whaler, what's good, bro? What's up, Kamikaze? Whaler asked if they should buy an L plane or wait for him to buy an X plane. Oh, make him buy. I mean, I got the gold planes to spend, yeah. Ayo Rami said greetings from Belgium. What's good, bro? Bruno said you did not get my plane from HKG last week. I know, bro. I still have that. I still have your Phat S plane contract in my queue here, so I don't forget. Oh yeah, I didn't forget. I'm not at HKG, but I'll see if I can do that before the end of the stream, perhaps. Got a redemption here. Hold on. Did Phat L plane, nice, to HKG. All right, let's go ahead and buy that. We are going to. I guess I should extend the timers. Yeah, we'll extend the timers here. Let's change our camera angle. Go ahead and buy an L plane that go to HKG. We'll do a 77W. Go ahead and configure it. $35.79, $4.90, $185. $44.92 is the winner. I got surprised because I'm like, why does it say unlock? I thought I had this plane unlocked, but I don't have that livery unlocked. So purchase it. Oh, enough. So let's go ahead and we'll do the 50 gold planes. Now we'll purchase it. Oh yeah, we should hard it so it can land. Yeah, the plane is landing right now. Thanks, Pueller. Appreciate that, man. Right, let's see. Adam Keck, your international HKG. Congrats, man. What's up, Romanian Airlines? Yeah, my day is going good. You know, my mom came over like she usually does. She comes over to help watch the kids during my on Saturdays to help stream. She's also coming over this week to help watch the kids, which I'm excited. Only bad thing is the snow, so we don't know what that's gonna look like. Hockey fan, where are you from, man? You got a whiteout coming tomorrow too? So you're anywhere from Texas to the Northeast, man. That's like we got like this is a massive storm coming to the U.S. Like it's hitting like so many states. Like usually when we have like a snowstorm, it only hits like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and like New York, and like maybe like more in the Northeast. But not this one. This one's hitting everybody. Brian Ho, what's up, man? You say you bought a new A16 iPad for WOA. It's cool to play on an iPad with high resolution and turn off battery saving mode. Yes, that's nice, man. Yeah, I have oh yeah, my iPad Mini is the A16, and it is pretty good. It is pretty smooth. It's really nice. All right, so since I have these extra wallers now because Pueller, you know, had me buy a plane. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy more stands. In particular, I'm gonna buy more E stands because we have a lot of E planes waiting to land. So I'm gonna look around for some more E stands that we can purchase and buy those. Oops. There are no E. Oh, there's a D stand. There's a couple of D stands over here, but that's not E. We want E stands. We're gonna buy the E stands. Buy the E stands. That way we can park these E planes. Should probably disable some stands too, like these stands that are blocked. I should probably buy this because I'm going to need more handling crew. I'm going to need more handling crew if we're going to have E stands. Buy these stands to disable the A stand. Well, on this side of the runway. Okay, we got F over here, so we're gonna buy the F stand. We're gonna buy the F stand here, and we have the cargo ones, right? We have. Oh, we're missing this F stand over here. That's gonna put me at a place where I'll have one more stand to buy. Unlocking a terminal, but this puts me in a good spot because now I can land all these planes. And because it's been a while since I played Sydney, I'm not gonna land these event planes until last. Even this player plane that's only a random arrival, I'm going to try to focus on landing my players, you guys. Look, Mert with his Concords. Got Voitando. Voitando's here today, so we'll land his plane. We got Made to Move, who's here today as well. Dolphin, I think, is here. Got Phat Empire. I gotta get my plane to land, man. I mean, look at how much money that plane's gonna give me. That's 13,000 wallers right there. Gotta get that plane to land. You know? I'm sorry to everybody else. That's why you want a fat plane, because that plane always gets landed first. Oh, I've been talking for so long, my chat scrolled down. Okay, hold on. Romania said, hey, Phat, I got a DHC6 at your Prague. I understand you have work, can't play much, but I think it's been going moldy. Oh my gosh, 106 days. Yeah, Romanian, Prague is really not like an airport that I play too often. It's an airport on both of my accounts that I play when I have extra time. I appreciate you letting me know, though, how long it's been, because sometimes I don't realize how long it's been since I last played an airport, or even well, I don't know if I could say it's I can't, I don't think it's been 106 days since I played Prague. I think it's been sooner. But the problem with Prague airport is taxi times, and because of that, like, I'll be playing Prague for an hour, but I only handle like 40 or 50 planes, you know. So when I have like an airport full of like 200 contracts, handling only 50 planes means I need to play for 4 hours. And Prague's not an airport that I'm going to be playing for 4 hours on. But I appreciate you letting me know, because I'll make, you know, when you let me know those kind of things, I try to make it a point to go to that airport like later today, you know, after I do my shopping and stuff. So that way we can at least try to not make it, you know, moldy. I like that, moldy. I've never heard that. I usually hear it like going stale, like, you know, potato chips going stale. But I like moldy, man. I mean, I don't like moldy, but like, I like that saying. Thanks, Oma Rocktham. Sorry, I probably butchered your name. Oh yeah, that was Romanian, my bad. Omar wants to know some advice for free-to-play players in Innsbruck. Bro, I got so much advice at Innsbruck. It's like a lot of places. And I guess my number one piece of advice would be to, like, you know, especially, I don't know what level you are, but when you're at Innsbruck, the best thing to do is like play for, like, how to put it, handle all your planes and then come back in like an hour, you know. You don't want to just be sitting at that airport that's like trickling in planes like every few minutes. You want to, the best way to play, in my opinion, is to like have all of the planes coming in at once, and then either switch to another airport or switch to another game, or do something else with that time. I think that works the best, because what that'll do is it lets you batch it all together. Another thing too, which is hard for free-to-play players, or which is hard for new players in general, but you know, see if you could get some contracts. I know it's especially hard for some people at Innsbruck to get contracts, but if you go join like the Phat Airlines Discord, we have a contract board, and you can make a post that says that you're looking for contracts to your Innsbruck. You know, make sure you tell people how often you are playing, and you know, some people will send you 1 or 2 planes. You know, there's a couple people who might send you even more if you want more, but really you want to do a few player contracts, because player contracts, if you look here, right, this is a non-player contract. It's an E190, and when I hit the info button, you go to rewards. You kind of have to work your way up through the tiers, and you have tier 10, which is the maximum tier. Now if you go to a player contract, I know it's a different plane, but either way, all player contracts start off at tier 10, which is the maximum reward. So that's a good way to kind of like get your account going. That way you're getting a bunch of silver planes and XP all at once, instead of it trickling in a little bit here and there. But you still want it to trickle in. So it's good to have those non-player planes, but you want to have like a good balance, a good mix. They say I wouldn't recommend playing on high res even with a good device. Yeah, dude. Recently, I'm with you there. Recently, I've been playing like, I don't know if it's long World at Airports gaming sessions or what it is, but something's causing, like, I have an iPad Pro with the M4 chip, right? So it's like one of the newest iPad Pros. I think it is the newest. I try not to keep up, because otherwise I get tempted and I want to buy another one. But either way, it's one of the newest ones, maybe the newest. And I was playing LHR for like 4 hours the other day, and I noticed it was like lagging like crazy. Like I would tap on a card and like the camera would stutter. It would like go like this, boop, 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 and it would just like slowly get to like where it needed to go to, instead of it being nice and smooth. and I'm on the latest device, and I had turned off battery I had turned on battery saver mode. I didn't turn the graphics down from pretty to fast or anything like that, but yeah, my device was struggling, man. Ultra says, so you can't go to work? Well, I can work from home, and because like a lot of the US is being impacted by this, I would say almost half the US, right, in a way. But anyways, a lot of people are being impacted by this storm. That, like, my boss was like, dude, don't even worry about going into the office, just like, you know, work if you can. And I'm like, dude, but I won't, my babysitter might not be able to even come in. He's like, hey, don't even worry about that, just, you know, work when you can. So I got some good bosses, you know. That's a blessing, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna be working from home for at least Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Mike, you love this weather? 5 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Man, I don't like this weather. I don't like the cold, man. But you know, I'm Puerto Rican. What can I say? No snow in Portugal. Dyrox got snow a week ago in Vienna, Austria. Oh, hockey fan, you're in Florida? Definitely not getting snow in Florida. We got big problems if you're getting snow in Florida. What is it, like 35 states impacted? It's crazy, right? I mean, and then you got states like Colorado that always has snow anyways. Anthony said, I'm saving my silver planes to buy 10 gold planes. Yeah, bro. That's my number one recommendation every single week, is to always save your silver planes, so you could buy 10 gold planes. This is the first thing you should be buying every single week as soon as you can. I do often spend some silver planes on the tower managers, but that's because I'm really bad at like managing my airport. You know, I don't mind like telling airplanes to land, like, or assigning stands, but when it comes to like telling planes to depart, line up and take off, telling planes that they're cleared to land, telling planes to push back, I am really bad at doing all of that, especially when I'm doing other things. Like right now I'm streaming and talking to you guys. So for me, it makes a lot of sense to turn on the tower managers. But you know, some people can do without that, and a lot of people do. You know, it is completely possible. So but yeah, you know, for me, the way I look at it, it's like if you're putting at the lowest rate, you know, it's only 80 80 silver planes, and you get 100 silver planes for free every single day. So I mean, and then you could get another 100 by watching an ad. I don't usually watch the ads. You can feel free, but I don't usually watch the ads. So yeah, you're not gonna see me watch an ad here. Can a D plane from Sydney reach Innsbruck? Nah. What's up, Hammy? Nice to see you. Hammy was our grand prize winner. I still owe you your prize. I know that. I'm sorry. Just been busy, but you know I'm gonna make sure we get that to you. Hammy, our grand prize winner with the call sign WOA. A nice plane too. I know you guys are still waiting on your gold planes for rewards. I did send Flyboys an email to a specific person on their team who should be getting that to you. I don't know. We'll see. What's up, Shamps? I said moldy, same because the seats be empty. Yeah. What's up, Avish? Avish Patel. Hey, Fat, can you give me tips on maxing out BKK? I'm level 52 and unlock the premium pass. So at that level, at any airport really, you really start to benefit from getting a lot of player contracts. And I mean, looking at like BKK now, if you got BKK, and at BKK you have a few airports that are kind of close by, right? So BKK is over here. Right? So you can get planes from HKG, and I would see there's a lot of people playing Hong Kong right now. So I would look for contracts for people who could send from their Hong Kong to your BKK or your BKK to their Hong Kong. But you also got Muscat, Nagoya, and Sydney also in like somewhat close proximity to BKK. So I would go see if you can get some player contracts. Go see if you can get some player contracts from with that, because player contracts are going to give you the highest rewards. You're going to get tier 10 rewards right off the bat. The only bad part about, well, the main bad part about player contracts is that it does rely on somebody else's activity, right? So the other player, you want them to be active, you want them to be playing, because otherwise you don't really get their plane won't arrive if they're not actively playing. So that's like a little bit of a whammy, but something that you could there's plenty of active people right now at Hong Kong. So, but which airport do you still play on your Phat Airlines account? So over there, my Phat Airlines account is my free to play account, and it's also my casual account. I play that account like once or twice a week. I'm not playing that account every single day. I play my main account, which is the Phat Rican, THEPHATRICAN. I play that account every single day, almost every single day. There's some days like where I'm like super busy with work and the family that it's like almost impossible for me to do it. But either way, the question was, what airports do I play on Phat Airlines, which is my second account. So on Phat Airlines, I play LHR. I'm about to start up Sydney really soon over there. And then I jump into Muscat and IAD as well on Phat Airlines. Again though, that account is casual. I only play when I have extra time. On my main account, the Phat Rican, I play LHR, I play HKG, I play BKK, and I play IAD, and I try to play all four of those airports every single day, or as frequently as I can. Will you ever stream your free-to-play account? Not unless there's a reason to. You know, I was thinking about streaming my free-to-play account for starting up Sydney, but we're already kind of starting up a brand new Sydney here with Phat Empire, so it didn't make sense to stream it, because like we actually did start a brand new Sydney here, so it wasn't a need for me to repeat that again. Yeah, unless there's a reason for me to do it on my free to play account, I don't think there's a big reason to do it anytime soon. We're gonna land this cargo plane. Oh, we got all these Concords too. I'm gonna land the cargo plane though, because it's at 0 handlings. I'm gonna get some progress. Blizzard Airlines got 10 gold planes. Nice. Mike's boss said to play it safe, not to drive until not drive on Monday until it was safe. That's good, man. That's like, see, in my old job, which is in the same company I currently work for, I was considered an essential employee. So like, I was getting threatened to get written up if I didn't show up during a snowstorm. You know, it was very stressful. I didn't enjoy it. Glad I got promoted. You know, now I'm no longer an essential employee. But anyways, that kind of mindset kind of just stuck with me because I'm still with the same company. You know, that mindset stuck with me. It's like, man, like I need to show up to work. I need to do this. What's up, GoNav? Oh, Raptor sent me the contract. Did I accept it already? I think I did, right? I don't know. Raptor, you let me know. I forgot if I did. Deadeye, what's good, man? Long time no see. We playing Helldivers, nice. I haven't played Helldivers yet. I've heard a lot of great things about it and seen some, like, a lot of streamers are playing it too. Pro Nav's waiting for non Chile liveries in the game, nice. When will you play Innsbruck and Bari on Phat Empire? Bro, it's gonna be a while. I can tell you that. Because well, actually, hold on. Let me rewind. So here is one of my plans for the next few months, all right? Because I think that's on my thumbnail on YouTube. Is like, what is on my thumbnail? Time off. So let's talk about time off, all right? So, month of February, I'm having a surgery on February 5th, which is going to kind of like, gonna kick my butt. Now, I don't know how to say it, but it's gonna keep me out of like my normal activity for a while. So I know that's Saturday. What is that day? Saturday, February 7th. I won't be streaming. I might not even be able to stream on Saturday, February 14th, because I'll be in recovery from my surgery, right? So I'm gonna have some time off in February. And don't worry, I'm gonna get to your question about when I'm playing Innsbruck and Bari. But yeah, so the month of February, I don't think I'm gonna be streaming a lot because of surgery, right? I'm gonna be recovering, and then, you know, I'm gonna try to support the family, even though I can't pick up my kids because I'm not able to lift any weights for like a week or two. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough time for me, but ultimately, I won't be streaming on the 7th. I might not be streaming on the 14th. If I feel better by the 21st, then I'll come back, but who knows? All right. So February is going to be a lot of time off, but it's because of a procedure, right? And then we have the month of March. So the month of March, the second half of March, I'm actually taking my family leave time, which I get from the state of New Jersey, where I get like I think I get like 12 weeks from work. I get 12 weeks off from work. So during that time, I'm gonna spend like the month of April, I think it might be, doing a daily stream. You know, of course, it depends on how I feel after the surgery. Hopefully there's no complications and stuff like that. But I'm thinking during the month of April, we schedule daily streams to happen like different times of the day. You know, my Saturday streams at 11 a.m. Eastern will still happen every single Saturday, but I would also throw in a Monday stream, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a Friday stream, maybe no Sunday stream, because I'm already kind of busy on Sundays with church, and then you know, I like to spend time with the family because my wife is off from work on the weekends too, right? But so we'll do a daily stream. I'm thinking it's looking like the month of April, and if I do a daily stream on Phat Empire, then that will give me a lot of reason to go back to some of the older airports that I haven't played. So to answer, Aryan, your question, I think I'm going to be, it's going to be probably in the month of April is when I'm going to be doing my daily streams. And when I do my daily streams, that is when I'm going to most likely be able to, how do I put it, handle planes at Bari and Innsbruck and even at San Diego, another airport I haven't touched on Phat Empire in a long time. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to post my schedule ahead of time so that way you guys can try to keep your streaks if you have a streak going. I know it's going to be rough because I'm going to be picking a lot of different times. You know, I'm going to be picking like 11 a.m. I'm going to be picking like, you know, 9 p.m. for some days. Because I want different people in different time zones to be able to join as well. My weekday streams are probably going to be anywhere from like an hour to 2, and then my Saturday streams are usually 2 to 4 hours long. So, yep. So yeah, stay tuned. When I have like my schedule and when I have that finalized, which is gonna be more like, you're gonna hear about that like in the month of March. I'll post about it in the Phat Airlines Discord. You can stay tuned. You can see what's going on, but it looks like the month of April is when I'm gonna be really like playing this account, and I'm hoping that that's gonna help me to unlock, you know, BKK, IAD, and help level up, HKG a little bit more as well. And Leipzig too, right? Because I have Muscat, so I can unlock Leipzig after that. Then that should also help me to get more silver planes, because the advice that I give a lot of people is that it's better to play for 30 minutes per day than it is to play for 3.5 hours on one day. And during that period where I'm doing an hour stream for every single day, almost every single day, you're gonna see how much more silver planes I'm gonna get. You're gonna see how much more XP I'm going to get. Not every single plane is gonna return every single day, but you're gonna see that it's a lot faster to progress. Even if you were to compare it like every Saturday as like one day at a time, definitely a lot faster, more recommended. When do I think the next update will come out? There's no indication right now that an update's coming out soon, so I have no clue. I have no clue what would even be in the next update. We could look at a dev blog to look what's there, and we could also look at their social media. It looks like they're working on a lot of plane remodels and a couple of new planes. So maybe we'll see that soon, but like that doesn't even require a major update. They've released plane updates and like minor updates with bug fixes. So no clue. Which account you on? What's up, LUFC Noah? Says, so I'm on Phat Empire, which is my stream only account. This account I only play on stream. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. I said, if you're essential, they should give you a hotel nearby or a bed there. Bro, I 100% agree with you. And a lot of my coworkers at that time, instead of like driving home and doing things, they actually just bought a room at the hotel. The hotel was like literally walking distance from our location too. And I wish I did that, because it took me like 3 hours to get to work. It took me like 2.5 hours to get back home. And then like I had to go to work the next day still. Luckily, like the main roads were paved the next day. So like, or plowed, not paved, plowed the next day. So it wasn't like as bad, but still, man, I had to put myself through all that stress. Because like, I even remember my car sliding. I did a full 360 on the road, and then I was able to recover, but man, that was scary too. They said, did you have no room on LHR on Fat Weekend because Planes is waiting daily already? Oh, Plane is days waiting already? That's weird. Oh no. So QJ, I do have room. Yesterday I did not. What did I play yesterday? I played Hong Kong. I had World of Airports open during work. So I think I only played Hong Kong yesterday. And I did not turn on World of Airports overnight, because with this new business that I'm starting up, I send out like outreach emails, outreach DMs, essentially like, asking people what they do and if they like, see if they're maybe interested in my services. And yesterday at like 3 p.m. my time, I got somebody responded back like that. Well, actually, here's what happened, right? They responded back first saying, oh, we have so many of these requests, we're gonna get back to you. And then literally 15 minutes later, they're like, actually, let's set up a meeting. So I was like, okay, let's quickly set up this meeting, because I don't know if you guys know, but when it comes to sales, like if somebody makes a decision like that, like let's make a meeting, you want to make that meeting before they change their mind, right? So I was like, all right, like I'm open Monday, which, because I don't I could have said Saturday and Sunday, but like I want to be respectful of people too in a way, right? Because those are not business days. So I was like, I'm available all day Monday. All I gotta do is worry about snow anyways. Last night I was just prepping for that meeting to make sure that I'm adequately prepared, because the worst thing I can do is not be prepared. Even though I'm always, I feel like I could be prepared even just doing it on the fly. But yeah, I did not play LHR. All that just to tell you that I didn't play LHR yesterday. I didn't play LHR overnight. And most of the times nowadays at LHR, I have like 300 or 400 planes waiting to land, which is awesome. So it's like it's an airport that I keep on the background all day usually, and that's the only way I can really get to handling all those planes anyways. But yeah, I'm sorry about your plane waiting for me to accept for a few days. I can tell you after streams, what I always do is I log out of Phat Empire, I log into the Phat Recon. When I log into the Phat Recon, I go through all my airports and I usually accept all the contract requests. So you should see that. You'll see that especially at LHR after stream. All right. I'm sorry about that, QJ. Kat said, I noticed you get more views now in 2026 than in 2025. Yeah, bro. I appreciate it. Like, that's all you guys, right? That's, I mean, a lot of my stuff is streams right nowadays. I do have the occasional video, but that's all you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. And also, you know, guys, thanks for joining the Phat Airlines email list too, because I have plans for my email list where I'm gonna be sending out 2 emails a week with some tips, some information, and some news as well. So if you're not part of the Phat Airlines email list, you can join now at PHATAIRLINES.com, and we're gonna be sending out emails pretty much, well, 2 or 3 times per week really soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, I need more handling crew because I have a lot of planes that are waiting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buy a bunch of A stands over here, so that way I can at least open up get a few more handling crew. Because when you buy a new stand, whether it's an A stand or a G stand, that first unlock gives you more handling crew and more contract capacity. So what a lot of people do, and what I do now, is I just unlock the A stand just so I can buy handling crew essentially. And now I have a lot more handling crew, so I can handle an additional plane at a time. The only thing you got to keep in mind when you're doing this though is you got to make sure you're not spending too much of your wallers, because now that you're able to handle more planes at once, you might need more equipment, right? Coming over here, it looks like cargo, I have 1 available and 1 working, so I might need more cargo equipment soon. But when I look at my cargo arrivals, I only have like 2 cargo arrivals, so I'm not even worried about that. Like, this is my second cargo plane here arrival, so that's gonna take my second cargo equipment. So yeah. Boytondo said no Valentine stream. Yeah, man, most likely not. I mean, if I'm feeling good, because like really, like when streaming, it's not like I'm lifting weights or like lifting boxes or anything like that, right? I'm just like sitting here in my chair. But I don't know what the outcome of the surgery is going to look like. I don't know if even sitting in my chair is going to be painful, right? So for me, it's like, I know the 7th I'm not going to stream, right? I need to rest. I need to relax. But like the 14th, that one might not be canceled, but right now I'm leaning towards it's going to be canceled, because, you know, it's still the recovery phase. Ike is level 88 in Hong Kong. Nice, bro. Dude, I'm like in the 60s, I think. Raptor X, I saw earlier you thanked for the Concorde. You're welcome, man. And you're going on holiday for 10 days in April, so I won't be on that time. Oh man, we're gonna miss you. What's up, Snow Yak? What's up, Soa6? Cody says, I think the A300 might get an upgrade soon. It's 16 gold planes, so get it while you can. Good call out. Yeah, let me see here if I can go to Safari. Can. All right, cool. So we're gonna go to World of Airports. I have a lot of stuff here. They have this work in progress, right, with different engine types. I think Aryan was saying about this, like different engines available. Over here is another work in progress photos. That's it. Cool. Thanks for the education, Woa. So yeah, there are some. It looks like there are some new planes, and like they said, you know, when World of Airports releases new planes or updates existing planes, they also update the pricing on the planes. So if this A332 is getting an update, like these A332s, 343s, they haven't gotten an update in price or visuals, right? So might be a good time to look at those. Another plane to look at, which they haven't teased in a while, but they mentioned it in a dev blog, is the C-17. C-17 is only 17 gold planes. The D plane, and might be another good plane to look at. You got these cargo planes here. So yeah, if you're thinking about unlocking planes, or you want to unlock a plane that's pretty cheap, those are probably the planes to go for, you know. Oh, Kronos. Oh, sorry, that was from last week. I still owe Kronos his plane. Don't worry, bro, I still have it there. And Flying BKK, we're waiting for your redemption, and we'll get you that. Right. Aryan said LHR took you 3 hours to handle all player planes. Yeah. That's our lives now, huh? You must have a lot of contracts too. Aryan said, I think the 772 in game is not the 772-200 ER because it can go longer distance, but I think it's the 777-200. Okay. The Romanian Airlines, my wing got shot off. Now I'm barrel rolling down to the ground. Uh-oh. See, one thing I'm thinking about is, like, if I lose power, what happens if I lose power during this snowstorm? What happens? Obviously, we gotta leave the house. Like, I have a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old, right? So we gotta leave the house. But where do we go, right? I don't know. It's like, why am I even worried about that? Like, we don't usually lose power. But I always like to be prepared. You know, I'd rather be prepared and not need to worry about it than to, like, what's the other opposite? Than to, like, need it and then not even, like, not have it, not know what to do. Yo, Koro Tiki, thank you for the follow. Like, Aryan, you play a lot of airports daily, bro. Ginger Jesus has 770 contract slots at LHR and 300 are player contracts. Bro, at that point, when you have that many player contracts, you're just better off dropping all of your AI contracts and getting rid of them. Maybe, like, keep, like, the AN225 and stuff like that, like the special planes. Like, all the other, like, British airlines, I forget what their name is. All those other contracts, get rid of them. That's just what I did, you know? You don't have to do that. How to join the email list? So go to PHATAirlines.com, and there's just a sign up form on there that you could do. And we also send email contracts. It's been harder and harder for me to send email contracts lately, mainly because a lot of you guys are requesting bigger planes, both, like, privately on, like, DMs. Here, people are asking in chat, and then also people are asking in replies and emails because they want me to send bigger planes. So what I have to do is I have to buy contract capacity at these airports, and then I also have to save up wallers, right? So I'm actually at like 25 million wallers at LHR right now. So I think pretty soon I should be able to do like an E-plane giveaway, or maybe a D or E-plane giveaway from my LHR to the email list. Now that is something I have to be cautious about, right? Because an E-plane is like, what, 350,000 wallers. So, like, if I get 100 requests, which easily happens, that's $35 million. So that's why usually on the email list, I typically do smaller planes or even medium planes, but I'm trying to do more larger planes. It just takes a lot of saving and a lot of building up in order to get there. So we're getting there. Cyrox really likes that in last week some people were streaming World of Airports on Twitch. Yeah, I noticed that. And they were people are also posting in the Discord, in Phat Airlines Discord. Okay. On the Phat Airlines Discord, we have weird. I don't have the channel on this account, but we'll go down here to self promo. We have a self promo channel, and there's been people on here like Vista Airways, Jesus, going live on Twitch. You got, TUI constantly posting videos. Shout out to them. Like I even put it in here. Word invites right here. TUI's posting videos constantly about World of Airports. So check them out. How is the Fat Rican doing at HKG? I think at HKG we're like in the 60s or 70s. I know we're at the point where each level is like over 1,000 XP. So we're making progress. I'm not in a rush to really get it done. And especially given that I have so many other airports and that I commit to playing daily, that I'm like, all right, at a certain point I just gotta stop playing HKG and go to another airport. What's up, Koro? You did the PHATAIRLINES.com thing. Thank you, Romanian. Appreciate that. Gotta check the radar. Heck yeah. Let's take a look. Look at that's Raptors plane coming in. We got let's see for departures. Mert's getting their Concorde back to BKK in 10 minutes. A bunch of Concordes in 10 minutes, and a few in 20 minutes. Another batch in 30 minutes. And remember, if you guys want to send me a Concorde to this account, remember first, I don't play this account every single day, right? But also, you don't have to buy a contract. Concords are free. 3 hours. And then incoming are a bunch of the small planes, and we got Raptors plane coming in. Very cool. Aries Mike said, I did that A stand trick at HKG, still haven't unlocked higher capability on most of them. Yeah, it's really nice to do the A stands. But I do know though, at HKG, I'm at the point where I need a lot more E and F stands. So like I bought a bunch of stands. I've been buying more stands than planes, even though I kind of wish I kind of would have preferred to buy more planes first. But sometimes, you just got to do what you got to do. I'm going to unlock this stand here. France Japan's Concorde. Raptors A21NY, nice. Lots of planes from Mert. I know Mert used a lot of points when we first unlocked Sydney, so that's pretty cool. Ed I said the C-17 and the C-130 both need updates and more liveries. Yeah, but once they get those updates, man, that price is going up. So I don't want to unlock them now. Well, I don't even know if I don't even know if I can recommend the C-130 right now, but you may want to consider it. Not a plane I use too often though, I gotta admit. The C-17 I use more frequently than the C-130. Skyrox, you banked up event planes at LHR, and after like 1 or 2 months, you had 46 event planes to land. Nice. I know. I do that pretty frequently too, because like those are like the last planes I try to handle. Especially when I have a bunch of players like waiting, or my own planes waiting. It's like, all right, event planes, they can wait. So it's kind of like the other day, I think I went back to MSY, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna handle all my planes today at MSY, and that included the event planes, and I got like 6 new event planes, like 6 new entries. You know how when you complete the contract, it'll say like the new livery was added. Like I got like 6 of those at my from MSY events. They're all fleet planes. Ginger Jesus said, okay, gotcha. 737 family are getting a remodel for next update. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen anybody mention that. I feel like the 737 family is going to be like one of the last ones to get an update, because there's just so many liveries. Because when they update the model, they have to update all of the liveries, right? So I think it's going to be one of the last ones to see. That's just my guess, though. You know, World of Airports always surprises me. Always, but they often surprise me with what they. What's up, Christian Morales? Nice to see you. 6 also posts on YouTube. Nice. Let me check out what my tower managers are doing, right? So I have my tower managers to prefer, the approach managers preferring the favorite airplanes. And then I have them also preferring different sizes, right? So I have the G planes landing first, followed by FED, which is exactly how I want it, because I have a lot of FE and D planes waiting to land. So I want to make sure to get priority. Then we have the delivery manager, which is paused right now. So he's not really active, but I do get the speed up boost. You know. Speeds up chocks. I don't even notice that, to be honest. Joe Nav says in a few months you see the FIDE 2026 and planes that might arrive. All right, I don't know what that is, man. What's up, Darius Pilot? Peter asks, when's the next update in airport coming? Why don't they add ability to enter terminals? I know in some airports they do have a camera view to be in the terminal, but honestly, like, I mean, it's an airport management game. I don't know why you want to be in the terminal. And then even with the current terminal view that they have in this game, you can't even handle your planes. So like, I don't even use it. Like, this is my opinion now. But like, I don't even use that camera angle, because I want to be able to handle planes at the same time. Because there's always something you can do in your airport, especially as you start to level up, and you get more and more airplanes. That's just my opinion, man. Can I send an E195 to your MSY? You know what? An E195 is not expensive, right? And I can afford those. You know what I should do? Instead of save, I have a bunch of contract capacity at my IAD, and I think I have like 15 million wallers at IAD. I could probably do better than an E195. I could probably do like an A321NY from my IAD, send an email contract out, and do that. Yeah, I think I can do that. The hardest part is setting up the email now. So, guys, yeah, join the Phat Airlines email list at PHATAIRLINES.com, because you know, we're not going to be sending out a huge plane this next go round, but I do want to send out a plane. I'm going to put this on my to-do list. please hold. I'm gonna put on my to-do list because it's been a while since we sent out an email contract, and it's been a while since I also mentioned the emails as frequently on a stream as I am today. I want to make sure it's worth your while, and I can afford an A321NY. Oh, Nav's going to the barbershop to get a haircut. Nice. I'm getting a haircut on Friday. I need one, man. My hair is not like crazy long, but my beard is getting long. My 6-month-old now, she's grabbing my beard, man, and pulling it, and it hurts. Hurts. Oro said, by the way, if I buy the L plane contract in Twitch, can I only send one plane or multiple? It's one contract per purchase. What's up, Mert? Nice to see you. Lou Anderson Vidal, what's up, dude? Wheeler got a haircut today. Nice. Which airport will come next? I think it's been confirmed. I think on the forum, the World of Airports forum, that Zurich is going to be the next airport. It was the same airport. That is the same airport that Kuba was talking about in his interview with Heroes in the Sky, I think it's called. Sorry if I think I got the name wrong. He did an interview with another YouTube channel, and he did leak. He did mention that there was an airport that's under development, and Zurich is going to be that next airport. Now we don't know when it's coming out, but and you know, plans can always change, right? That's how it is with small developers, especially with this World of Airports team. You know, plans can change. You know, things can happen that might hold up the release. But as of the latest news that we've received, it's expected that Zurich is going to be the next one. Do anyone know the AN22 needs to be updated in model? I know the price needs to be updated. I'm not sure about the model. But I think the AN22, it's like an expensive plane for what you. It's an expensive plane, you know. I don't know if I would even recommend it, you know. More of a plane you use to show off. The E195 are really good and cheap. They are pretty good and pretty cheap. Yep. Got that right. Heroes on air. Thank you, Adam Cack and TJ Bay. What happens if it's an airport like before LHR and you're at HKG? Nah, that's not how they do it. Even if it's it's always going to be the next airport. Well, if it's a generic airport, we don't know how that's going to work, right? Generic airports you have to buy to unlock. But I'm also wondering if generic airports, if they're going to add another level to CNN to let us unlock the next generic airport for free. We don't know that. I'm just hoping that's the case. Especially since the fully fledged airports, which are fully built, have a free way to unlock it. I would think that it would make sense to me that there would be a free way to unlock generic airports after unlocking one of them, or the first one. Anyways, the next airport would come out, the next full-fledged airport, which I think is Zurich, right? I think that airport, they're gonna add another level or multiple levels to Hong Kong, and that's how you're gonna unlock it for free. Does anyone know the release date? Nah, they don't. World of Airports don't give release dates, man. They do not give release dates. They give release time frames, but there's no time frame for this update either. Not right now. I think we'll probably start hearing about it in February though. Right, because we got the Hong Kong update in December. And I'm surprised there were no bug fix updates after the Hong Kong update, right? So what that tells me is this update was pretty bug free, or mostly bug free. enough that they didn't have to rush out any updates. So that's pretty good for them. But yeah, usually they'll give us a time frame. So like for Hong Kong, they told us like before the end of the year, right? For 2 other updates, they'll tell us like Q1, Q2. But it's typically like every 3 to 4 months we should see another airport. And 3 months after December is what, March, February, March. So I'm expecting to hear some news in the next couple of weeks, maybe like a dev blog or something, where we're really gonna get more information about like when's this next update coming out, what to expect, what's coming after that update as well. Usually that's what they'll end up doing. I know it's been a while, that's why a lot of you guys are asking, right? Abdullah said, the interview is too long, bro. I don't know English very well. Well, the interview wasn't even in English. So it was, I had to read the transcript, which isn't necessarily the same as like understanding the language. It's like, oh, it was kind of tough for me too. Am I still live? Why's my game loading? Unstable network connection. Is it snowing already? No. Unexpected server error. That means. When will wind-based arrival be added into the game? So that's already in the game at CNN Airport. As far as it being rolled out to all the other airports, there's no timeline, but you got to think about what they have to do when it comes to rolling out wind-based arrivals for all the other airports. Like maybe an airport like Innsbruck, it could be easy. Maybe at St. Martin it could be easy. I don't think St. Martin even uses the other side of the runway for arrivals, right? Like they might not even need to do it there. But anyways, in all these airports, including here at Sydney, they would have to program all of the taxi directions again. For different planes, for every single stand, for every single plane type and size. So that's quite the undertaking, right? That's quite the task they have to finish. So I think that's what is probably the biggest delay when it comes to wind-based arrivals. We see that the game has it already in action at CNN. CNN's a generic airport, you know. There's not a lot of things, not a lot of taxiing to program. So I don't know when we'll see it in the other game and the other airports, but definitely something that's gonna be coming out. Yo, Phat, when are you gonna do Embraer? Cause I need to now. Soon. I don't really want to do, like, I don't usually prefer to do the E195 as a giveaway, mainly because it has limited range compared to some of the other larger seaplanes that are available. And for me, when it comes to like doing these giveaways, I want as many people to be eligible to like plane. I want as many people to be eligible to receive a plane. I want to be inclusive, which is why I usually pick like a plane that has more playable destinations than. Welcome back, Lost. Adam Kak, you're from Czech Republic too? Nice, pretty cool, man. J said the only other side is used for takeoffs because the mountain at the other side. Yep, at St. Martin, that's right. Yeah, you know, I got this really cool thing planned. I'll mention it briefly here. I'm not going to go into too much details because I'm still trying to iron out a lot of the details still. But in August, I'm going on a cruise, and one of the stops that my cruise is going to is to St. Martin. So I actually booked an excursion for me and the family for us to visit Maho Beach and Princess Juliana Airport and go snorkeling. So what I'm expecting for this excursion is to not just be on Maho Beach, but also to be in the water, like in the water while there's some planes doing their approach. So I've mentioned this before on streams, but like one of my goals, or one of the things I want to travel more, but one of the things that I want to do too is I want to be able to how do I word it? I want to be able to like branch out beyond just like world airports, and that video where I'm gonna be at St. Martin and at Princess Juliana Airport in Maho Beach is going to be like my first video where I'm doing more of like a vlog style type video instead of like a world of airports dedicated content. Oh, I'm super excited about that. I'm planning everything out right now, so that way I can I can make that a successful, you know, video for myself. Mercurial Justice says wind-based arrivals are coming soon. Secret info. Ooh. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I know maybe that's why we haven't seen too much like on the update side, or like from the developers, or like it's like, I mean, how do I word this though? I want to see more gameplay updates versus like wind direction, you know, because like, I don't know, how do I word this? I want to be fair. For example, at CNN, you know, if the runway is one direction, it's better because like your C and D planes don't have to, you know, backtrack on the runway. So like one runway is actually better than the other, and that's gonna happen at all these other airports too. So what's gonna end up happening is like I'm gonna be at an airport and be like, oh, I don't like the wind, I'm not playing this airport today. It's like what happens right now for a lot of us when there's de-icing at an airport. A lot of people will end up not playing. Like, this is me too, so I'll just talk for me instead of for other people. But I know for me, I will skip IAD. I've skipped IAD a lot this week, and went to BKK or went to HKG or LHR instead, because IAD was under 0 and it was freezing, and therefore there would be de-icing, which would then delay my entire experience at IAD. And I feel like runway direction is going to do the same. But yeah, I'm going to backtrack again, because it goes back to what I was trying to say before is, you know, I really want to see more like gameplay updates. I want to see more about like alliances. I want to see more about like, you know, more quality of life fixes, you know, things like that, you know, filters. I want to see stuff like that. Challenges. I think they've mentioned challenges in the past, you know, daily challenges. Give us a reason to log in every single day. Challenges, me mentioning that reminded me of something else. Another competition idea that I'm working on for Phat Airlines. And it's the random arrival competition, where it's the random arrival competition, and with the random arrival competition, I'm gonna have people sign up as a sender, and then everybody can be a receiver, right? And your goal is like the senders can let people know when their planes are expected to arrive at certain airports. But the goal here is that we're gonna try to log into airports and try to get other people's planes as a random arrival. The senders who get the most most entries are gonna get point. Like you get let me backtrack again. This is why I need to write it down, but I'm trying to give you guys a sneak peek. Don't worry, when it actually comes out, it's gonna be super crystal clear. But the senders are just gonna like regularly send their planes to random destinations, right? Random playable destinations. The receivers is everybody. That's you and me. So every time we go into the contract menu and we hit generate and we get a random player arrival, if it happens to be one of the people who are signed up as a sender in this competition, all you gotta do is take a screenshot of that, submit it into the channel, and then both you and the sender will get a point. And then at the end of like whatever the competition period is, at the end of that competition period, whoever has the most points is going to win, right? As a sender and as a receiver. So I think that's gonna be a fun way to get people, because like I like to do competitions that encourage people to play the game, you know? And I don't know if like random arrivals is really gonna encourage people to play the game. Because like all you got to do is like log in every hour and then click this button. You don't even have to play technically. So that's like that's one thing negative I'm thinking about it. But senders, they have to, you know, they have to buy a plane, they have to send it out frequently. So the senders definitely have to play the game in order to like to get rewarded. So maybe we'll have multiple sender winners and like fewer receiver winners. Maybe that's how I'll work it. But I think that's, you know, when I do a competition, I want it to encourage people to play the game, not just like to log in once and never play again. Trying to catch up in chat, sorry. Alright, I found out where I left off. Pueller, you burned out so hard on WoA, you stopped playing for 9 months from January to October 2025. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's rough. But I mean, games can do that, you know? You enjoy a game so much, and then you play it so much that all of a sudden you just don't like it anymore. And then you have to take a break. And that's okay. But, you know, it's even better if you come back from the break, you know? But that's what happens, yeah. Edai says, we demand a selfie along the fence with a plane on takeoff. Yeah. If I'm on the beach during takeoff, I will do that at St. Martin Airport. So I have like a storyboard written out for that excursion or that that video. So like I have 3 different cameras that I'm gonna be bringing. You know, of course I got my iPhone, which is a camera. It's a great camera, right? I have a 360 camera, so that way I could get like just general shots, and I can like frame out my family or other people who don't want to be in the shot or shouldn't be in the shot. So I have a 360 camera, and then I have my I have Ray-Ban Meta glasses too. So that way when I have the sudden like, oh my gosh, I can't even pull out my phone, I can at least quickly, you know, take a video from my glasses. So I have a plan for like different shots that I need to take, different shots I should take, nice to have, and then you know, even like some World at Airports shots I can take. Actually, I reached out to the developers about this video too, because you know how I don't know if everybody knows this, but the developers, if you look at their social media, sometimes their videos have like different angles than what is available in the game. So I'm reaching out to them to see if like maybe we can get like, you know, if I get like a plane landing like overhead or a plane taking off, right? Maybe they can give me the in-game equivalent to what that looks like. That kind of thing, you know, like still do my like real life versus World at Airports comparison. Deadeye says, I want to tell IAD to stop sending B and A gate planes all the way to runway 30. That reminds me, wasn't maybe I'm misremembering, but wasn't it mentioned that we would be able to have more control over taxiing in a future update as well, like choosing which runways are active and stuff like that? Maybe I'm misremembering, but oh man, the delivery manager was on. Like, why are these player planes landing? We have this event plane. Adam Kak said it would be better when they release the de-icing manager. I want the de-icing manager. I really think the ground manager should be managing de-icing. The ground manager should have these options up here on the side, just like we have here for delivery and for approach. The ground manager should have some buttons up here for de-icing. That way, if you want to play the mini game, you can turn off the automatic de-icing. If you don't want to play the mini game, you turn on automatic de-icing, and the ground manager handles it for you. I think it's silly that the ground manager doesn't handle it for you right now. And it would make me want to play the airport a lot more frequently, you know. All right, so that is it. What was the other airport I said I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play some Prague. So that's it for Sydney. We've handled a lot of Concords. We handled a bunch of planes, even some planes we didn't handle for a while. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I did not pre-land any planes here at Prague, it looks like. So let's turn off the delivery manager. Let's handle these Concords. So Prague is another airport. We unlocked Prague by playing through Innsbruck and Bari to get to the level for unlocking Prague. So right here at Prague, what I like to do at Prague, especially for streams, is I like to pre-land a bunch of the airplanes. So you see there's a bunch of airplanes on the ground already. This is because sometime before the stream, may have been like weeks ago, but like sometime before the stream, I went in and I just turned on the tower managers, and I turned it on for maybe like an hour. That way we have a bunch of planes on the ground. You know, LHR, Prague, GRU. There's quite a few Sydney too. Those are all great airports that kind of like have like pre-land your planes. That way you have a bunch on the ground, and then when some stands open up, then planes will start arriving, and you'll kind of keep yourself busy for a lot longer. Pre-landing is such a great idea for a lot of people, especially if you have the silver planes. Even if you don't have the silver planes, it makes your gaming a lot more efficient. You don't have to like wait on a plane to be finished, wait for taxiing. It's a lot better. Oh, look at that, 11 days. Sorry, Monika. Thank you for the plane. All right, let's go back to chat. Did Phat notice my 6th streak yet? I noticed that you've landed a bunch of times, yeah, but I didn't count how many. Let's see if I can land. I don't think, oh yeah, that might land. For you guys on YouTube, we have, oh nope, I'm on the wall. But you guys on YouTube, on Twitch, we got something called parachute drops. So you can type in !drop in the Twitch chat, and then you'll have like a little parachute dropping down from the top with a target on the bottom you're trying to land. That's what people are talking about here. Ginger Jesus would like to know, would like the new livery options too, but with the in development custom livery function, it's unlikely to incorporate new ones until that's released. Yeah, I also wonder like when is that coming out? Like so many exciting things on the horizon, but it's like, I mean, I feel like recently all we gotten were airports and airplanes, which is fine, right? I mean, like we need those. We need airports and airplanes. But like, what about for those of us who play the game for the game part? You know, like to get some of that. And liveries, I don't know if that's. I think that is part of the game part, because like a lot of people play with other players. So having your own individuality is going to be really nice, right? Toro says custom livery doesn't sound too nice for me. I get it. not many people get use out of it. But I think it's gonna be cool for like individuality, right? Because like I don't know, like anybody, I could pick these same 3 colors, you know, like anybody can do this. When you have a custom livery, it's kind of like only you could do this, really. I mean, it is a possibility somebody could like copy you or steal what you made, but even still, like, it might be tough. 100% Ginger Jesus. He said, or they said, we all know Phat will do a competition for the best livery once that feature rolls out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 competitions. One that is like for you guys, right? So you guys pick, like, create the best livery, and like we vote on who has the best livery. So you guys have the entire palette of colors to work with. It's all custom. This is what you're gonna use on your liveries. But I think also what I want to do is have a competition that like is like for my airplanes, but not just like essentially those will be like limited. Like you would we would have a competition to create my next livery, and those liveries would be like special event liveries for me. Like let's say like throughout the month of February, like this will be my livery for February 2026. And that way, like in a way, you kind of know, oh, I got this plane in February 2026 from Phat. That's what I was thinking, but you know, we have to see, of course, how the feature works and how it'll look. Keep waiting for a livery addict role in Discord. I know there's a couple people who've been asking for that. YouTube has less to no interaction in streams. Yeah, that's just that's like the problem with YouTube in a way. YouTube, they try to give you incentives to post. Like they have like this leaderboard or something like that. So they have like a leaderboard, and you get XP for posting like every few minutes. But there's really not like a lot of like interactive elements on YouTube. YouTube, I think, is better for like podcasts for streaming, but YouTube's also better for discovery. So like people are like, I mean, if you're like me, I'm always watching YouTube videos, right? So it's like every once in a while I get this like random recommendation on my front page that's about like, oh, you should check out this stream, and I'll check out the stream, and now I found a new streamer I'm gonna watch, you know. And then most of the times I end up switching to Twitch to watch the streamer. YouTube is better for discovery. YouTube is not the greatest for interactivity. I think it's great for like a live podcast or something like that, or something where like the person's not really talking to the chat, but a lot of chatters also want to make, like, they want that person, like, what's the point of being live and chatting if that person who's live isn't going to see it, you know? I don't know, it's like that weird area. Unless you're part of a community, in which case you're chatting with the community, which is like what you guys do too, even in this chat. Just sit and watch. Yeah, please. No. Welcome back, Made to Move. Toro really wants to participate in a livery contest. I can't wait for it to come out, man. Toro said, I'm willing to spend 100 gold planes. Sham says 100's too much. Yeah. What's up, I Love Lucia? Nice to see you. Thanks for hopping in the chat. We're over here playing Prague Airport now. Prague Airport. Oh, it's freezing at Prague. We might have to play some de-icing. The cool thing about de-icing is you get 1 XP for a successful de-icing. The bad thing is like 1 XP isn't going to even make a dent in this, like 39 more XP that I need. Do we know how much money our planes have made in profit, net loss? That's not really like anything that's like tracked on in game. A lot of people have to like track that outside the game, spreadsheet or something. I mean, if you have your own plane, you can go in here. You can see, I think it's under maintenance. Where is it? Not a good example. Here you go. So you go under economy, and it tells you what this plane has gotten in this total contract. And the thing is, if you keep renewing your contract, this number doesn't get reset. But if you change your plane's contract destination or partner, or player partner, then this number here gets reset. So it's really hard to kind of track your plane's profit or loss using just the in-game tool that we have. That's another thing. I mean, I kind of placed that lower on my priority, like my wish list, but it is something that is on my wish list. I would like to see, more information about like the plane, the profit, so that way we can make better informed decisions. But I feel like every single plane is still profitable. All right, we got drops on Twitch. Christina Varga. Okay, I remember Christina Varga. Dolphins Airlines. You got a new account, bro? It's pretty cool. Adam CAC 2 to LHR. All right, let's take a look. So first thing I'm going to do when it comes to so Adam CAC requested an S plane, and we got this E170. Nice. I don't have to buy it. We're going to put up this livery. We're going to go ahead and claim it, and I'm going to hard it as well. That way I don't forget to land. That's sent over your way. How many levels until we unlock AIAD? Dude, we're not even international, so we're quite some ways away. Quite away from unlocking it. So international is level 35, right? So that is what, 6 more levels, and then I think it's like in the 50s for IAD, 51 for IAD. That's why I'm really looking forward to doing like a daily stream. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing a daily stream, because I think the daily stream is going to really help make a lot of progress on these airports. I know it's better to play an airport like a few times or for a short amount of time, but more frequently, than it is to play like one airport or play multiple airports for one day a week. And right now on our account, we only play one day a week, Saturdays, because I stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And it's pretty slow. So I'm excited for that month, because then we could see if my advice really works. You could try it out, see if it actually works. I think it will actually work, but always good to actually like do it versus just. Where are we missing? Get the wheels. Don't forget the wheels. Got the wheels. There it goes. Let's see if we got any large planes. Oh, all these need de-icing. This one can start handling. We're gonna go over here and handle this and handle that. Now we're gonna start some de-icing. Oh, we got the E170 that's cleared to land now. That way we can send that over to Adam CAC 2. All right. This one, we're gonna de-ice this Concorde first, because this is the Concorde that's at 10 out of 10. Oh, and I forgot to turn on the mini game. Sad. Sorry about that, Meek Raven of Bronze Realm. Sorry, Aryan. We'll de-ice Oni. I know last stream I turned on automatically play all mini games toggle in the menu. So I kind of like I didn't do that yet today. Oh, that stinks. De-icing is nice to have in an airport that you're brand new at. Like getting 1 XP for like finishing a de-icing is pretty nice. But like once you're like at the higher levels or even at the lower like medium levels, like getting 1 XP is really not a game changer. I'm gonna play it anyways. I'm gonna play it anyways. Still de-icing. Got a Snow White plane for de-icing. We're missing the edges here. Front. Now we gotta get this. Get the wheels. Welcome back, GoNav. All right, thanks for the redemption, Romanian Airlines. After with the redemption too, nice. Yeah, I am pretty excited for like the daily streams for a month. I'll be you know, I won't be working. I am gonna be on baby bonding time, so I am gonna spend time with the family for sure, because that's what that time's all about. You know, when I don't get these moments back is what I hear. I know, and what I hear from a lot of people, right? They're like always like appreciate these moments, especially when the kids are young. So I'm gonna do that, but also upstream as well. Now, if I was like, well, I can't do that for surgery though. That for my procedure. And a small dot over there. Got it. Good. All done. Girl handled 2 hours of Muscat. Nice. You talking about the cargo planes, Koro? Cargo planes, man, they get rough when you have so many of them. Now let's go over to this. All right, claim rewards, claim. Right, level 30. Icing. Oh, this one's done too. Nice. Missed the whole part of the wing over there. Oops. Waiting for your contracts to come in, but thank you for your redemptions. We'll get those contracts sent or approved as soon as we get them in. I really like the turtle livery. It's pretty. That's the cool thing about de-icing too, is that you get to see like the plane up close, a lot closer than you normally would. Maybe in the camera. That front left de-icing truck is in an awkward spot. Yeah, for real. There's some of them. The good thing is, like, for like especially the larger planes, you don't really need to get 100% of the plane. You just gotta get enough of the plane, and then the game counts it as 100%. So it's like, it's not like really like, you don't have to be 100% like accurate like that. So that's pretty nice. But like the smaller planes, you got to be a little bit more closer to being accurate. Like the A380s, not too bad. Got 100%, and there was still like a whole part of the wing I needed to do still. James has 10 event planes to land at GRU. You don't even have stands unlocked for some of them. Oh my gosh. Sounds like you need more planes, more wallers, right? More planes and more wallers. Yeah, I think like wasn't it the other day that GRU had like 12 event planes or something like that? It was like fucking surprising. Toro has 14 event 787s at St. Martin and only one Seagate unlocked. Oh my gosh. That's gotta be rough for you, man. Like, St. Martin also doesn't have a lot of contract capacity naturally. Gotta be rough. Gotta buy that E-stand soon. Oh, I'm cut off. Sent the S-Plane contract. Nice. I see it. Go to my landing planes. Do I have any A380s? Any larger F planes? This one needs them. Concorde from Flamingo. We haven't seen a Flamingo plane today. We're gonna land that. And Japan, this one's at 0 out of 10. I'm gonna land. Educate is at 0 out of 10. You're gonna get landed. Well, probably should have landed this Flamingo Concorde. It's at 7 out of 10. This is the tough part about Prague, man. It's nice. Prague is nice because it's the first airport where you get like a bunch of you get the E and F stands, but like it's so hard to handle all of them in a quick amount of time. It's impossible to handle them in a quick amount. Need more F planes. Any more F planes? Bunch of Concords. Go over here. Arthur. And assign some handling crew. Here, these planes. Hearted. This one's hearted. Nice. The reason why I heart those planes, it makes it so easy to find like which ones are close to finish. That one's at 7 out of 10, so it's close to finish, so I just hearted. Go ahead and play de-icing for this plane. How close this plane is compared to like the A388 or the D. What's up, Tomas? I play St. Martin maybe like once every other week. It's a cool airport to be chill at, but like it's also an airport that you can't like ignore while playing because there's not enough stands to ignore it, you know? So like it's an airport where if you're playing that airport, you kind of have to be a little active. Now, you don't have to necessarily be like super active. It actually doesn't, you don't have to be super active because if you have larger planes landing at St. Martin, then you have to wait for those planes to backtrack anyways. But St. Martin's a pretty chill airport. I enjoy playing it every once in a while. Like the bad part about St. Martin to me was that we had I grinded it so much on my first and second account that by the time by the time I finished grinding it, I was like I was over it, you know? I feel like there's too many levels in order to unlock LHR. But it was also like it was the first airport that comes out with 2.0. It was the first airport that had levels as we see it now. So I don't know if the World of Airport developers like, I feel like the levels now are a little bit more balanced compared to, maybe they did it on purpose, but ultimately like the levels was just, it's like super high requirement for such a small airport. Adam Cack hasn't played IAD for 10 days due to de-icing. Oh yeah, and you're not going to play it today, tomorrow, or the next day either, right? Because we're getting snow over here on the east coast of the US, northeast, and I think Washington DC is getting ice as well. I know tomorrow my area we're expecting 12 to 18 inches, what they're saying on the news, or not the news, the meteorologists are saying. You know, as like on Wednesday I started getting winter watch. I know it's gonna be quite a storm, so I know I'm gonna be ending stream somewhat soon because what I need to do, what I need to go to the store, and I need to buy. Well, I want to buy a shovel for my son because like he can't use like an adult shovel, too big. But I'm gonna be spending a lot of time tomorrow outside. It's gonna be snowing for like 18 hours, so I'm gonna have to go out there and shovel like every 2 or 3 hours, maybe even more frequently. So instead of me just like abandoning, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to word it like this, but instead of me abandoning my kids so I can go shovel, I want to give him the opportunity to come help me. Because even like when I'm cleaning the house or we're brooming the house, he has his own little mini broom, so he can help broom. He likes using the mini handheld vacuum to help vacuum the house. Like he'll probably enjoy help shoveling the snow. So yeah, that's gonna be me tomorrow, shoveling snow. But I want to get a shovel, but then I need to get like a long brush, because normally during regular snow events, I park my car in my carport, not in the driveway, so that way there's not too much snow that goes on my car. So that way it's easier for me to clean off. But because we're getting so much snow, I want to take my wife's car off of the street, and therefore I need to park both of our cars in the driveway. One goes in the carport, the other one has to be exposed. Normally I would pick her car to be the one exposed because my car is nicer, but the exposed car is the one that's in the front of the driveway too, and I want the SUV to be in the front of the driveway, and all I have are small brushes. Oh, and in New Jersey it's technically illegal to drive with snow on your car. Now, I've never seen any, I don't think I've seen people get pulled over for it. There's plenty of people who I see on the road with snow on their cars, which is heading. But anyways, I need a bigger stick, you know, a bigger broom. Being my snow shoveling, I could probably put my 360 camera outside while I'm shoveling. DJ Bay is about to play St. Martin. Nice. Player send me a contract. I see. Actor sent me a contract. Oh, there it is. What to do now? We just need to take off. Well, let's. That. Yep. We'll do that. My tower managers are over, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get these planes that are pretty much complete, or they are complete. Just need to be de-iced and then pushed back. I'm going to get them de-iced and pushed back, and then we're going to end it there. But I want to remind you guys, because we're still live. There's two things I want you to do today. One is to join the Phat Airlines email list if you're not already on it. I'm gonna be sending out a seaplane contract sometime soon. I want to do it today, but it's not gonna happen today. It might happen tonight, but not gonna happen like in the next couple hours. I'm going to be sending out a C contract from my IAD pretty soon, because I have the wallets for it, I have the contract capacity for it, and you guys want it. So I'm going to be sending out that contract somewhat soon. So sign up on PHATAIRLINES.com for the email list. You also want to be on the email list because we send out like announcements when like a World of Airports update comes out. I send a quick email announcement. You know, if there's like another call sign competitions coming up, I send an email announcement about that. Other important things you should know. We're also going to be starting up like new emails campaigns with like World of Airports information, like tips and how-to guides. So you should be seeing that somewhat soon as well. So yeah, sign up for PHATAIRLINES.com on our email list. Also, join the Phat Airlines Discord. Discord is great. We have a lot of people there. It's a great place to get contracts. It's a great place to just chat, and that's where I usually am after streams too. Runway. We don't need to line up and take off. Waiting for this plane over here. Plane right here. I think, oh yeah, this plane, okay. I think all the other planes are currently being handled. Oh, here's okay, boarding. Parked. This one's boarding complete, and then we should have all right. So next thing I'm gonna do, well, that's it for today. Let's see actually what we get on level 30. Level 30 we get Wallers. Sad. Next level is exciting. The handling crew is where I get really excited, because that means I can handle, you know, like one more D or E plane at once. So that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for being here today. Thanks for joining today's stream. I will see you guys next Saturday. I'll be here next Saturday. Just a reminder, I won't, you know, a lot of the month of February I'll be off, but I'll make up for it by having a daily stream marathon sometime in the month of March or April. Join the Phat Airlines Discord, because we'll be showing, I'll be posting updates on that daily stream there. Raptor said if anyone wants to send them planes, I have I play all airports but not daily. I play when I can, so you have to be patient with them. Shams is playing all airports. Oh no, Shams is saying wow, that's amazing. Else Aries Mike said check VIP in Discord. Okay, I'll take a look. Computer just like hung up. Yeah, Mike, that's the exact kind of brush I'm looking for. But I don't want to sign up for BJ's just to get one. There is a BJ's near me though. Stream is about to end. Yeah, sorry, Educate. Flamingo's here. What's up, Flamingo? Oh, Flamingo subscribed for 12 months. Thank you, Flamingo. I appreciate that. We're about to finish here. Anything else you guys are saying? I just want to make sure we all your messages. Aries Mike said I'll miss next Saturday going to the Red Cross Donation Center for my donation. Nice. See, I had a donation scheduled for Wednesday of this coming week, but I decided to cancel it because I have surgery coming up, right? So I mean, like, I could use my own blood at this time. I know other people could too, but like, let's worry about me first, and then we can, you know, donate blood. Maybe in April I'll donate. Excited for the IRL stream that is definitely happening. I'm not like against it. I just don't know how that would work. To be fair, like logistically, I don't know how that would work. Especially given that like I don't want my kids to be visible. Like that's number one. Like they are not online until they are maybe like a teenager, 13 years old. They're not going to be and my wife doesn't want to be on stream either, so that's logistically I don't know how it's going. Like that's why I could do the vlog video, because that's edited after the stream or after I record it, right? So I could record everything, and if I happen to catch my wife or my kids in a shot, I could just not use that shot, right? But you can't really do that on a live stream. But I'll think about it, man. Any idea what airports will be streaming next week? I try to rotate them, so like I'm thinking next week it makes sense to do Muscat and maybe CNN. But like, is there even any urgency to play CNN right now, because there's no airport to unlock after CNN, and is it even going to be a part of the upgrade track? Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I know Muscat, it's been a while since I played Muscat, right? Because I played Hong Kong last week. This week I played a little bit of Prague, and I played Sydney. I might need to come back to Prague. I'm gonna land planes, you know, I'm gonna pre-land planes in this airport and a bunch of the airports. We'll see, you know. Most likely Muscat, for like, been a missing airport. I might go to LHR too, so I can get some silver planes, but I'm not entirely sure. But Muscat is on the list. What was the last raid you chose? I haven't. If I can look here. Game do you guys want to swatch? How about this guy? Microsoft Flight Sim. So for you guys on YouTube, on Twitch, what we can do is something called a raid, which is a good thing. It's where I send all my viewers to another Twitch streamers, their channel. Fortunately, there's not any other World of Airports streamers streaming right now, or I'd send them over that way, right? But ooh. Plane is 2 minutes out. Nice. All this progress we're making by accident. Most streamers are on TikTok. Is that true? I'm not really on TikTok. What happens if I buy a plane from Phat? Will it be sent from this account? Yeah, it's from Phat Empire. Your best bet, like right now, to get a plane from me is to like check the Discord. But educate. You're a VIP, so make a post in the VIP contract board. And I have a few planes at my LHR that are waiting for a home, right? Or a new home, essentially. So make a post there, and when I'm like able to sit down and send some planes, I look at the VIP contract board first, and then I look at the regular contract. We'll do a Microsoft Flight Sim. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a good time today. You know, all you guys in the US, you know, stay safe, stay warm. I'm gonna get some snowstorm tomorrow, so I hope you guys all stay safe. For everybody else, anywhere else in the world, I hope you just have a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. You know, spend time with the family, and appreciate all the support. Thank you guys very much, and we're going to be starting a raid here, so you guys next Saturday. Peace.